What's going on, people? Darden here, bringing you some gameplay footage of some matches between myself and Twin 002. I'll put a link to his channel below. Make sure you check his stuff out. Pretty good player. And basically, I'm going against this Erron Black here, man. Erron Black is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think he's impossible to beat. Now, in this match footage, this is just a piece of it. In the beginning of this match, this is like midway through our matches. We played like 30 minutes. This is only the last 15 minutes. This is my first day of using, not my first day, but my first time really playing as Sub-Zero in a competitive set. And I think this might be the only one that I actually won, because in the first 15 minutes of this footage, he pretty much beat me. I don't think I even took a round. So that might be the first round that I took during this whole set, because I was just trying to learn Erron Black. It was my first time playing Erron Black, but that's neither here nor there. This character is ridiculous, man. But I'm not gonna go so far as to say buff, nerf, or none of that stuff, because the game is still new, man. People are still learning how to counter things and how to get over things. So I think you need a little bit more time before you can start saying things like that. And what I've learned when facing an Erron Black is the really beginner's guide to Erron Black really is just to block high, man. You know, most of his damage is gonna come from those overheads you see right there. It's gonna come from that big boot. So for me, I'm just gonna block high until you're able to read whatever his moves are, and block high and don't worry about the puddle. A lot of people panic and try to get out of the puddle. I don't even care. I'm gonna stand in it, because he's gonna get his damage and things like that off of mix-ups, off of controlling spacing, controlling the game. I pretend like none of that stuff is even there, and you can see I finally get a win. Now, there's really no payoff, because you don't see the 15 minutes of losing, 15 straight minutes of losing I was doing, which is why I'm gonna go ahead and get the fatal here, because I absolutely hate fighting this guy. But the more I face Erron Black, the easier it becomes to combat his antics and mix-ups and stuff like that. Another thing you have to remember is when he does that string that is an overhead, I don't remember what it is. I think the input is forward 2-2-2-2 or forward 1-1-1-1. Whatever that string is, the one with the overhead in it, it's like -16. So the problem is, though, most people usually special cancel into something coming from some of those strings. But if you see an opponent throw that out, then you know. The other thing to look for is that the other issue is also that he has so many things that you have to look for. So one thing that you can see my opponent is doing here is he does wait. That string there is what I was talking about, by the way. It's like -16. It's really negative. So you can punish off of it if you see someone doing it. But another thing my opponent was doing was he was mixing up everything with the grab. So while you're looking for either the overhead or the low, you have to watch out for the grab. Now, I didn't follow my own advice there. When I get caught with that string, I get caught with a big boot, and then there's the low. Now, we've played some later matches, which I'll try to get up some more, not later matches, but some more recent matches that I'll try to get up that kind of shows that I'm learning the matchup a little bit more. I'm learning how to block that high and the low a little bit better. Still not great at it, but he isn't too bad once you play him a few times. He is good, but like I said, those are the few things that I really look at. Like you see, he canceled on that, so I really couldn't punish it. But if I chose right, I could have. And then that's kind of the issue there. For me, I'm just gonna take the high from now on. You know, I'll let him get that low and then his setup, and then, you know, he has to decide what he wants to do from there. But what I'm not gonna do is just gonna be giving them both and trying to guess which one is right and all that stuff. That's another thing I have to look out for. He was doing a lot of wake up attacks, and I kept getting caught with it. Now, like I said, we've played a lot of matches. And these are like our first few matches that we've played in Mortal Kombat 11. But some of our more recent matches that I've recorded, gotten a little bit more accustomed to the wake ups and things like that. All of this stuff is still early. This is like, you know, we're in week 2 of the game, I think. So what are we on, like this today as of this recording, it's May 8th, so you know this is like that first full week that we were playing, or that first weekend of the game being out. So still learning a lot of stuff. And then there he goes again, you know, giving me the mercy, and then, you know, continuing to lay the smack down, as they say. Now, one thing I try to always do is, you know, I try to, you want to ideally, oh, he shoots me there. And I think that's like one of his normals, which is crazy. And it goes, I mean, I'm pretty sure it has a lot of startup, but to be able to press some buttons and get some shots out like that. And part of that is just not knowing the matchup. But as I learn the matchup more and more, I'm able to do better against him. Not necessarily in this video, but just typically, you know, the more you play a character, the better. Like some people, that's what I say. That's what I always say, man. You can't rage quit and all that stuff. You have to learn. You have to learn and get better. I actually like going up against this Erron Black because I learn. So when I go online and I play random Erron Blacks or other people's Erron Blacks, I kind of know what to look for. I know that from mid-range they're going to come in with that run. You know that you can punish that. That was a weak punish because, again, I was still getting familiar with Sub-Zero and all of his things. My Sub-Zero is a lot better than the one you see on the screen right now. If you want to see more of that, then of course, like I always say, stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that great YouTube stuff. Make sure you do that and you'll see all of that content. Now, again, this is me just trying to, you know, read what he's going to do, which is kind of what I don't want to be in. In any situation, you kind of want to dictate what's going on. And I was not doing that here. I couldn't convert that mix up there. And then, you know, he goes with the low. I don't think you can combo into the overhead big boot. So looking back at this footage now, I know it's probably good to block low at the end of that stream. I tried to do something swaggy there and it didn't work out. Now that right there has caught me so many times, man. His fatal blow is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the amount of chip he does off of his rifle is also ridiculous. But, you know, I think all these things can be combated. And then there's Twin trolling me a little bit, getting that crushing blow to finish off the round. Erron Black is a cool character though, man. I like him. I want to try to at least use him just to see what he can do, to see what his strings are like. I probably won't use him extensively, but, you know, again, just to go through the tower with him, things like that, things that you guys have seen on the page, on the channel. And then there's some things that you see Twin doing, which is just Twin. You know, he's like I always say, he's a good player. And, you know, gonna get these steps to the face. I think that's really cool, man. Now when you get that set up with Erron Black, this right here, and then you can get a grab or something like that, it does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage, especially if you get the one with the crushing blow. It gets like 300 damage, and then you get the throw for like another 200. So it's almost like 500 damage, if not more than that. And that round went really fast. I don't even know what happened. I just was getting caught by everything. I think I forgot what the block button felt like. And there's that big boot again. I'm trying to poke, pressing buttons for no reason. And then I didn't go through with the string there. And again, I just think that was a part of me not fully being comfortable with Sub-Zero yet. And he's clearly very comfortable with Erron Black. And this is why I say I just block it. I just block all the top stuff. Now you have to go with what's easier for you. For me, that's what works. And then plus I don't get that crushing blow, which that 280 damage is a lot. Then, you know, here we go with another burst. He gave me mercy all through this game. I mean, it was ridiculous. I don't finish the combo there again. Just not being comfortable with the character. Practicing this combo, which I dropped, and then trying to build up. And then there you go. I get caught with it all the time. I think it's like a 6-frame startup. Something insane. It's crazy, and it goes full screen. So to have, he probably definitely has the best fatal blow in the game. Erron Black, for sure. I mean, it's full screen. But the thing is, I think it is a high. I think you can duck it, but I'm usually too afraid to try it. I should definitely just try it one game, especially since I lose so much to Twins Erron Black. Now, I have played Erron Blacks online and have been successful against them. So you're not just gonna, here's the thing, you know, people, when it comes to fighting games and things like that, you're not just gonna pick up a character because people says he's good and then be good with him. You got to put in the work and know how to utilize said character. You know, people put out these tier lists and they say, oh, nerf this person, nerf that person. I said this in another video. A lot of those tier lists and things like that, for the most part, especially when you have a game like Mortal Kombat, that is, I would say, balanced right about now. I really haven't seen anything too ridiculous. I think Erron Black might be the closest thing to being ridiculous, but again, the game's only been out 2 weeks, so there's still a lot of people are learning how to, you know, combat certain things. But you know, you have to give it time. But what I was saying is, a lot of those tier lists and things like that are more for, you know, tournament players, people who are playing at a higher level. If you're just picking up the game, playing a few online matches and things like that, like 80% of the people you play, you can use pretty much anybody and be successful with, because a lot of this game is about spacing. A lot of it is, and I would go so far as to say 70 to 80% of it is about spacing. And I can say that just if you look at some of the matches with Twin02 and myself, you know, he'll take a character that he's not, you know, great with or very familiar with, but if he understands the spacing of that character, he can take a few sets. And that goes for myself and any other player who is decent at the game. You know, not even good, but just decent. If you understand spacing and how to get in and not how to just spam down two, which is what you'll see a lot of online when you play randoms, at least on the lower levels. I haven't played anybody high level yet, but a lot of people like to spam down two, or they'll spam, you know, 2 or 3 moves, whatever's working for them. And that's typically how people who don't play fighting games play fighting games. So tier list for them isn't gonna matter. So, you know, even half of the people who are online watching these videos, tier list really isn't gonna matter, because they do like 2 or 3 things over and over and over. And if you learn how to combat those, you'll be fine. I had a guy I was playing last night, you know, just started spamming 1 or 2 moves over and over and over, and he got, I think he did win against me once. We played like 5 times or 5 or 6 times, and I think he won once, but that was it. You know, once you learn how to combat what a person's doing, and he couldn't change it. He couldn't do anything different. So most of the time, that's what you're gonna see. And then again, that's me looking, you know, not blocking properly and not knowing the matchup. But I do get the fatal blow, and I think I'm gonna get the kill here. So that's my take on tier list. You know, it's cool to look at, and I think for a casual player, the tier list helps. Because if you know, I think it helps in the sense of maybe knowing who you want to get invested in and investing in somebody who's going to be viable at higher levels. So things like that, it could be, if you do plan on that. But if you're a casual player, these things really don't matter. Not that much, not to the extent that some people make it out to be. But I think everybody can be beat. Everybody has their weaknesses and things like that. As you can see, I did get 1 win, and I had to put that in so this just wasn't a video of 30 minutes of me straight getting beat by Erron Black, because that's pretty much what it was. So shouts out to Twin02. Make sure you check out his page. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you all for watching, man. I always appreciate you guys hanging out with me, listening to me. You know what to do if you like it. If you like the content, you know how to do all that YouTube stuff. If you don't, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, all that good YouTube stuff. Hit the like, hit the dislike, whatever you feeling, man. Whatever you feeling, it's all good. So I'm gonna let the rest of this video play out. You're gonna see some stuff on the screen, some videos that you should check out. You're gonna see my little sad looking avatar face, which hopefully I've changed by the time this video comes up. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.